Hi, my name is Eri.
Hello everyone, my name is Amalia.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Izzatul Akama binti Syamsuddin.
Hai, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Shazrina Akila binti Ismail.
Compound interest is the interest on a loan or deposit calculated on the original or principal value and the accumulated past interest. Compound interest computation is based on the principal which change from time to time. The compound interest I is the difference between future value and principal value, that is I equal to S minus P. Next, to find future value S, we use formula S equal to P in bracket 1 plus I close bracket power n, where S is future value or accumulated amount, P for principal or initial value, I for periodic interest rate, and N is number of interest period in the investment period. The present value or discount value at I% per interest period of amount as due in an interest period is that value P, which will yield that sum S at the same interest rate after an interest period. So that the formula of present value is P equal to S in bracket 1 plus I close bracket power negative n.
Question 2A. Mariam deposit 5,300 into a saving account that earns 12% compounded monthly. How long will it take for the investment to become 8,544.80? From the question above, we should already know that we need to find the time period used for the investment to become 8,544.80. The formula used in this question is S is equal to P open parenthesis 1 plus I close parenthesis power n. Then, we can insert the value given into the formula, where the future value S is Rm 8,544.80. Meanwhile, initial value is the original amount invested denoted by P. Here, P is Rm 5,300. The periodic interest rate I is the interest rate for each interest period. In this case, is given by I is equal to K over M. Here, K is equal to 12 compounded monthly that is calculated 12 times a year. So, 12% over 12. While number of interest period in the investment period denoted by N, where N is equal to NT. M is the number of interest period calculated in a year and T is time, but make sure to calculate T in years. Since we are searching for T, we can ignore it and carry on with our calculation M times with T, which is 12 times T. We can write as 12T. First, we solve the problem in the bracket and got 1.01 to the power of 12t. Then, we divide 8,544.80 with 5,300. Then we got 1.6122. Taking the logarithm of each side, we have 12t log 1.01 equal to log 1.6122. To find t, we must divide the logarithm and we got 12t equal to 48. Finally, we divide 12 of each side and got 4 yes. For 2b, Humaira opened a savings account which offered an interest rate at 4% compounded monthly with an initial deposit of 4,000. 3 years later, she deposited another 1,000 into the same account. Determine the accumulated amount 8 years after the first saving and calculate the total interest earned. For this question, we need to find the amount of 4,000's investment after 3 years. So, we use the formula just like before, which is S is equal to P open bracket 1 plus I and close the bracket to the power of n. After insert all the numbers in the formula, we finally obtain Rm 4,599 cents, which is for future value S. After that, we need to find a new amount for initial value of investment after adding Rm 1,000. The future value was previously obtained must be added to Rm1000 in order to get 5,509.9 cents. Next, we apply the same formula to obtain the total amount 8 years after the first savings and enter the new initial value we calculated before. The periodic interest rate I still remain the same while the times changed by 5 because we calculate the period 3 years earlier and only have 5 years remaining. So the final answer is Rm 6,726.58 cents. For the total interest earned, we can divide the future value with the new initial value and get the answer, which is Rm 1,217.49 cents.
Question 3. Explain in detail the concept of annuity and list the related formulas. An annuity is a series of equal payments made at an equal interval of time. Example of annuity is shop rental, insurance policy, and others. In each case, equal payments are deposited or paid periodically over time. There are two concepts of annuity, which is future value of ordinary annuity certain and present value of ordinary annuity certain. Future value of ordinary annuity certain. Future value or accumulated value of an ordinary annuity certain is the sum of all the future value of the periodic payment. The formula is as below, which is future value S equals to R bracket 1 plus I in brackets power n minus 1 divide I. The interest earned or paid I from investment or loan in the annuity is given by I equals to S minus NR, where S is the maturity value and NR is the total payments. Note: the periodic payment term must be equal to the frequency of conversion. For example, if the nominal rate compound monthly, the periodic payment must be monthly. If the nominal rate compound quarterly, the periodic payment must be every 3 months. Present value of ordinary annuity certain. The present value or initial value of an ordinary annuity certain is the sum of all the present value of the periodic payments. The formula is as below, which is present value A equals to bracket 1 minus in bracket 1 plus I power negative n divide I. The interest charged or earned I from investment or loan in the annuity is given by I equals to NR minus A, where A is the present value or initial value and NR is the total payment.
Question 4a. Nadia purchased a car at Rm 1050. She needs to repayment in equal monthly payment over 9 years at 7% compounded monthly. Find the equal monthly payment and the interest charged. So for this question, we must use the present value formula. A is the present value or initial value. R is monthly payment. The present value is 150,000. 7% compounded monthly is I, which is periodic interest rate. N is number of interest period in the investment rate. So we'll calculate using the present value formula, and the answer is 1,875 ringgit and 94 cents. Next, we must find the interest charge, and R is the total payment. 108 multiplied with 1,875 ringgit and 94 cents and subtracted with 150,000. So we get the final answer is 52,601 ringgit and 52 cents. 3 years ago, Sarah deposit Rm 1,500 every 3 months into a savings account that earns an interest rate of 9% compounded quarterly. She spent the whole balance in the account to make a deposit for her registration at a private university. find the deposit amount that Sarah paid for her registration at a private university. For this question, we use present value formula. The maturity value we get is 20,403 and 33 cents. And the final amount we get is 18,903. Find the interest earned from her savings. So to find the interest, the total payment subtracted with present value. The interest earned from her savings is 131,096 and 67. Upon studying in the university, Sarah obtained a loan of 70,000 ringgit at an interest rate of 5% compounded monthly. She promised to repay the debt through monthly installments over a period of 10 years. Determine the monthly payment amount. For this question also, we use present value formula, and the final amount we get is 742 ringgit and 46 cents.